So here I am to record my weekly analysis on gold for the week. So in this video I will tell you about where I think the price on gold will go this week, and I will show you my very important key levels for the week. So if you respect or disrespect them, we will follow a certain path. So let's talk about that. So the first important level is this inverse through the gap. So as you can see here, we inverted the gap, here we rejected, but then we just inverted the gap. So above the level we are very bullish. So let's mark more important levels. So this level, this level, this level, this level, and this level. This one is also important, but this week I don't think the price can go there. So let's talk about the levels. So this is the most important level that we have here, this big inverse through the gap. So as I said before, if we hold above the gap, we are good to have a continuation higher, and maybe we can make a new all-time high, but we need to hold the level. We have here another important level, these other bullish for the gap, and we are respecting the gap. So here we are still bullish, but one thing I have to say is that we have broken structure to the downside here. So we had a candle closure below this week, as you can see here, but we still respect the gap, so I can say that we are still bullish. But here we had a bullish gap, and we have respected the bullish gap, so we are starting to form a little bit of a bearish structure with this bearish breakout structure and with this bearish inverse for the gap, but we are still respecting the gap. So if we hold this level, even though we are bearish at the moment, at least on the daily, if we hold this level, we can still have a continuation higher this week, but we have to hold the gap. So if we respect this gap, if we have a daily closure below the level, I would expect a continuation lower in the next weeks. And if we have a candle closure below the gap, I will expect at least a move to this low this week. So very simple plan. If we hold this level, we can still have a continuation higher, even though we are bearish on the daily. And as you can see here, we have formed this bearish daily for the gap. So here the price might go there, but then we might have a continuation lower. But for now, we have to be very careful here, and we have to look at this gap. If we hold above, we are good. If we have a closure below, we are bearish, and we can have a continuation lower to this low. So very simple plan. Let me just be clear here. So hold above the gap, and we are good at least to move here to the gap, to this gap, but then we will need to have an inverse through the gap to have a bullish continuation at least to the high. So hold here, and we might go higher to this high, but if we have a candle closure below, I would expect maybe a bearish retest here, and then a continuation lower to sweep here. So this week I don't expect a new all-time high, but if we want to see a new all-time high, we need to inverse this gap, and we need to go very fast. We need to hunt this level, and then we will need to have a candle closure above the level, and then we might go to a new all-time high. But honestly, I don't expect a new all-time high this week. We are bearish on the daily. We are bearish on the daily at the moment, so we need to start being bullish to have an all-time high. Here we will need to have a candle closure above this week to have a daily bullish breakout structure. So let's be clear, above here we are good, below we are bad. If you want to be bullish, we need to have a candle closure above this week, and then we will need to invert this bearish gap if we want a continuation higher. So if you like the video, like and subscribe, and see you next week for another weekly analysis on gold.